Silent intrusion. Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. 0237 hours local time. Moonless night. Calm waters. Underwater security system detects anomaly. Slow-moving contact. 80 feet depth. Autonomous signature. Heading directly toward submarine piers. Not marine life. Not authorized vessel. Not friendly submarine. Unknown underwater vehicle. Inside defensive perimeter. Approaching most sensitive naval infrastructure in Pacific. This is nightmare scenario. Foreign underwater drone. Pearl Harbor waters. Moving toward nuclear submarines. Strategic assets compromised. Naval Special Warfare Group 1 activates. SEAL Team 3 stand by. Mini submarine ready. Mission authorization immediate. Find that drone. Capture it. Before it gets deeper. Pentagon alert. Where we expose the underwater intrusions that threaten America's most critical bases. Welcome back. What I'm about to reveal represents the most serious underwater security breach at Pearl Harbor since World War II. Chinese autonomous underwater vehicle, advanced reconnaissance drone, inside U.S. naval base perimeter, recording everything. Navy SEALs launched night recovery mission, SEAL delivery vehicle deployed, underwater pursuit in total darkness. Technology capture operation. This wasn't accident. This wasn't navigation error. This was deliberate intelligence collection against America's Pacific Fleet headquarters. Let me show you exactly what happened. The detection. Pearl Harbor operates sophisticated underwater security system, network of passive sonar arrays, active acoustic sensors, magnetic anomaly detectors, multiple overlapping layers. Designed to detect submarines, divers, underwater vehicles, mines, any unauthorized intrusion. System monitors continuously. AI-powered analysis, pattern recognition, threat classification, automatic alerts for anomalous contacts. 0237 hours. Array Station 7 detects contact. Bearing 045 degrees. Range 2,800 meters from submarine piers. Depth 80 feet. Speed 3 knots. Acoustic signature unusual. Not biological. Not surface vessel. Not submarine. Mechanical but quiet. Propulsion signature matches autonomous underwater vehicle profile. Watch Officer Lieutenant Commander Marcus Torres reviews data. 18-year Navy veteran, former submarine officer, knows underwater acoustics intimately. This is UUV, unmanned underwater vehicle, small, probably reconnaissance type, and it's heading straight for sub-piers. Torres reports to Naval Special Warfare Command, flash priority, unidentified UUV inside Pearl Harbor defensive perimeter, approaching strategic assets, request immediate response. Which underwater threat is hardest to detect? A. Submarines. B. Divers. C. Autonomous drones. The threat assessment. Naval intelligence receives alert within 90 seconds. Analyst team evaluates threat level. Underwater drone. Unknown origin. Inside restricted waters. Heading toward nuclear submarines. Threat level critical. Possible scenarios. Scenario 1. Reconnaissance mission. Mapping harbor. Recording submarine signatures. Intelligence collection. Scenario 2. Weapon delivery. Drone carries explosive. Suicide attack on submarines or piers. Scenario 3. Sensor deployment. drone plants listening devices, long-term surveillance infrastructure. All scenarios require immediate response, cannot allow unknown vehicle near submarines, cannot permit intelligence collection, cannot risk explosive attack. Commander James Patterson, Naval Special Warfare Group 1, receives mission order. Locate underwater vehicle, capture if possible, destroy if necessary, but get it before it reaches sub-piers. Patterson activates SEAL Team 3, maritime counterterrorism specialists, underwater combat experts, based at Pearl Harbor, ready for exactly this scenario. The SEAL Team. SEAL Team 3, Bravo Platoon, 16 operators, elite maritime warriors, average 12 years special operations experience. Officer in charge, Lieutenant Jake Morrison, 34 years old, 11 years SEAL, former Marine, 3 combat deployments, underwater operations specialist. Assistant Officer in charge, Chief Petty Officer David Chen, 38 years old, 16 years SEAL, Master Diver, explosive ordnance disposal background, calm under pressure. Mission briefing conducted in 8 minutes, fast but thorough. Intel slideshows. Target: autonomous underwater vehicle, estimated 6 to 8 feet length, torpedo-shaped, battery-powered, reconnaissance configuration. Location: currently 2,600 meters from submarine piers, depth 80 feet, heading 270 degrees true, speed 3 knots. Mission: intercept using SEAL delivery vehicle, capture intact if possible, prevent drone from reaching submarines or escaping harbor. Time available: 45 minutes before drone reaches critical infrastructure, maybe less. Morrison looks at team. Gentlemen, somebody just drove underwater drone into Pearl Harbor. We're going to find it, we're going to catch it, and we're going to figure out who sent it. Kit up. Launch in 15 minutes. Stay with me. What happens next becomes most critical underwater operation in Pearl Harbor's modern history. The SEAL Delivery Vehicle. SDV Mk8 Mod 1, mini-submarine designed for covert insertion, 22 feet long, 2,100 pounds dry weight, battery-powered, silent propulsion. Carries 4 SEALs plus 2 pilots, top speed 6 knots, range 18 nautical miles, operational depth 190 feet. Equipped with side-scan sonar, forward-looking sonar, GPS navigation, underwater communications, manipulator arms for object recovery. Perfect tool for this mission. Fast enough to catch drone, quiet enough to approach undetected, equipped to capture target. 2 pilots, Lieutenant Sarah Brooks and Petty Officer First Class Marcus Rodriguez, combined 3,400 SDV flight hours, best team in Group 1. 4 operators with Brooks and Rodriguez, Morrison, Chen, and 2 explosive ordnance disposal technicians, specialized skills for unknown threat. SDV launched from submerged shelter at 0302 hours, 25 minutes after initial detection. Remarkable response time. SEALs train for this constantly. The hunt begins. Brooks pilots SDV out of shelter, depth 60 feet, speed 5 knots, following last known drone position from sonar arrays. Rodriguez operates sensors, side-scan sonar active, searching for target, acoustic signature profile loaded, AI-assisted detection engaged. Morrison coordinates from passenger compartment. Tactical display shows SDV position, predicted drone location, submarine peer exclusion zone, optimal intercept course. Brooks, recommend heading 045, speed 6 knots, should give us intercept in 12 minutes. Copy, coming to 045, increasing speed to 6 knots. SDV accelerates, silent running, battery-powered electric motor, quieter than drone they're hunting, advantage, stealth. Water clarity poor, typical Pearl Harbor conditions, visibility maybe 15 feet, sonar essential, eyes useless. This is acoustic warfare, technology versus technology. The contact. 8 minutes into pursuit, Rodriguez gets sonar return. Contact, bearing 352, range 400 meters, depth 75 feet, small metallic object, moving slowly, matches target profile. Morrison verifies on tactical display. That's it. That's our drone. Brooks, close to 100 meters. Then we go visual. Brooks adjusts course, reduces speed to 4 knots. Approaching target carefully. Don't want to spook it. Might have sensors. Might detect SDV. Might run or self-destruct. At 100 meters, Brooks activates forward-looking sonar. High-resolution imaging. Target becomes clear. Torpedo-shaped object. 7 feet length, 18 inches diameter. 3 propulsion units visible, multiple sensor pods, antenna array retracted, definitely reconnaissance drone. And something else, characters on hull, Chinese script, PLA Navy markings barely visible through biofouling. Got visual on sonar, Chinese markings, this is PLA underwater vehicle, confirmed foreign military intrusion. How deep can autonomous underwater drones operate? A. 300 feet. B. 3,000 feet. C. 20,000 feet. The approach. Morrison makes decision. We're capturing this, intact if possible. Chen, prep recovery net. Rodriguez, get manipulator arms ready. Brooks, position us above target. We're going fishing. SDV maneuvers carefully, above and behind drone, matching speed, maintaining 50-foot separation, like stalking prey. Patient, professional, precise. Chen deploys recovery net, carbon fiber mesh, strong enough to hold drone, light enough to deploy underwater, attached to SDV via retrieval cable. Plan, drop net over drone, entangle propulsion units, disable mobility, reel in like catching fish, simple, effective, low risk. Brooks positions perfectly, directly above drone, 40 feet vertical separation. In position, ready for net deployment. Deploy net. Chen releases, net drifts down. Current carries it slightly. Brooks compensates. Net falls toward target. Perfect trajectory. Then drone reacts. The evasion. Drone sensors detect something. Water disturbance, acoustic anomaly, magnetic signature. Something triggers autonomous defense protocols. Propulsion units activate. Full power. Speed increases from 3 knots to 8 knots. Sudden acceleration. Evasive maneuver subroutine executing. Drone turns hard left. Descends rapidly. 80 feet to 120 feet in seconds. Recovery net misses. Floats empty through water column. Target evading. Speed now 8 knots. Depth 120. Turning erratically. Morrison curses. Of course it has countermeasures. Brooks, pursue. Don't lose that thing. SDV accelerates, maximum speed, 6 knots, not fast enough, drone pulling away, 8 knots sustained, better propulsion than expected. This is problem. Drone faster than SDV. If chase continues, drone escapes, reaches submarine piers, or exits harbor. Mission fails either way. Chen sees solution. Morrison, we can't outrun it, but we can outsmart it. That thing is following pre-programmed route, probably GPS waypoints. We know where it's going. Sub-piers. We get ahead of it. Set up ambush. Morrison thinks fast. Brooks, cut across its route. Head directly for sub-pier 3. We'll wait there. Intercept when it arrives. Risk. If drone changes course, they miss completely. But continuing chase guarantees failure. Calculated risk necessary. Copy. Coming to new heading. Full speed to sub-pier 3. The ambush. SDV races towards submarine piers. Maximum speed. 6 knots feels slow when racing against time, but it's all they have. They reach position in 6 minutes. Dock pilings provide cover. SDV hovers at 90 feet depth. Engines quiet. Passive sonar listening. Waiting. Rodriguez monitors approaches. If that drone maintains current course and speed, it'll pass 50 meters south of our position in approximately 4 minutes. Morrison briefs team. When it comes past, Brooks closes from above. Rodriguez deploys manipulator arms. Grab that thing. Don't let go. We'll have one chance. Maybe seconds. Make it count. 4 minutes feels like hours. Waiting. Listening. Watching sonar display. Hoping drone doesn't change course. Hoping autonomous AI follows predictable pattern. Then contact. There. Bearing 185, range 200 meters. It's coming. If you believe Pearl Harbor security depends on these operators, type Pentagon alert. The capture. Drone passes 60 meters south of SDV position, slightly off predicted track, but close enough. Brooks launches SDV from cover. Intercept course, maximum speed, above and behind drone, optimal approach angle. Gap closes fast. 60 meters, 40 meters, 20 meters, 10 meters, right on top of it. Rodriguez now. Manipulator arms extend. Robotic claws, hydraulic power, each arm capable of 500 pounds grip force. Right arm closes on drone's midsection. Left arm grabs propulsion unit, both locked, holding tight. Drone struggles, motors strain, trying to escape, but can't overcome SDV's grip. Held fast, captured. Got it! Drone secured! But drone has final trick. Self-destruct protocol activates. Internal thermite charge, designed to destroy sensitive components if captured. Chen sees temperature spike on sensors. It's going thermal. Self-destruct initiated. We have maybe 30 seconds. Morrison acts instantly. Chen, disable it. Cut power. Do it now. Chen and EOD teammate exit SDV, swimming free. Approach drone in manipulator grip. Emergency tools ready. Wire cutters. Power bypass equipment. Race against countdown. Chen locates power junction. External access panel. Chinese design but logical layout. Cuts 3 cables. Power drops. Self-destruct aborted. 8 seconds remaining. That was close. Too close. The recovery. Drone disabled, captured, secured to SDV external hardpoints. Mission accomplished, but must exit harbor before Chinese realize their drone is captured. Brooks pilots toward recovery point. Submerged SEAL shelter. Secure facility. Can protect drone from observation or recovery attempts. Transit takes 18 minutes. Careful navigation. Avoid commercial traffic. Avoid fishing nets. Avoid detection. Covert operation remains covert. SDV reaches shelter at 04:01 hours, 84 minutes after initial detection. Drone secured. Team safe. 0 casualties. Perfect execution. Crane lifts drone from water. Intelligence teams waiting. Analysts ready. Technical exploitation begins immediately. The drone analysis. Defense Intelligence Agency specialists examine captured drone. What they find exceeds expectations. Chinese HSU-001 autonomous underwater vehicle, advanced reconnaissance system, latest PLA Navy technology, rarely seen by Western intelligence. Specifications discovered: 7.2 feet length, 220 pounds weight, lithium-ion battery, 48-hour endurance, 200-foot operational depth, 8-knot maximum speed. Sensor package includes high-resolution side-scan sonar, acoustic signature recorder, magnetic anomaly detector, water chemistry sampler, multi-beam echo sounder, HD cameras, signals intelligence collection array. This drone designed to map harbors, record submarine acoustic signatures, identify magnetic signatures, photograph infrastructure, collect comprehensive intelligence. And it succeeded partially. Recorded 38 minutes inside Pearl Harbor, mapped approaches, documented security systems, identified submarine berths, valuable intelligence collected. But didn't transmit. Data stored internally. Planned extraction presumably via covert recovery. SEALs captured before transmission possible. The data recovery. NSA cryptographers crack drones' encrypted storage. Chinese military-grade encryption. Took 6 hours, but ultimately broken. Data reveals shocking information. This wasn't first intrusion. 7th mission. Previous 6 succeeded without detection. Drones entered harbor, collected intelligence, exited undetected, recovered by Chinese vessel outside territorial waters. Pearl Harbor's underwater security penetrated repeatedly, for months, maybe longer, without U.S. knowledge, until this drone's bad luck. System glitch, acoustic signature louder than previous units, finally detected. How much intelligence lost? Complete harbor mapping, submarine signatures, security system layouts, patrol patterns, everything China needs for future operations. Sabotage, attack, blockade, whatever they're planning. The Chinese response. Beijing issues. Diplomatic note, 18 hours after capture. Claims drone. Experienced navigation malfunction. Drifted into Pearl Harbor accidentally. Requests return of scientific research equipment. Standard denial. Expected response, 0 credibility, but maintains plausible deniability for international audience. State Department rejects claim, presents evidence. Drone's navigation system functional. Route deliberately programmed. Military sensors aboard. Espionage equipment, not scientific research. Demands explanation. How many drones? How many intrusions? Who authorized missions? Formal protest filed. Sanctions considered. China doubles down. Maintains malfunction story. refuses additional explanation, claims U.S. illegally seized Chinese property, demands compensation. Diplomatic impasse, typical pattern, no resolution expected. The Security Review. Pacific Fleet conducts comprehensive security review. How did 6 previous drones penetrate undetected? What failed? What needs improvement? Findings troubling. Underwater security system designed for submarines and divers, not optimized for small autonomous vehicles. Detection algorithms missed smaller, slower contacts. Classified as marine life. Ignored. System upgrades authorized. Enhanced sensors. Better algorithms. Machine learning improved. Small UUV detection prioritized. $180 million investment. Should prevent future intrusions. But should is not will. Technology advances. Chinese improve drones. Make quieter, smaller, stealthier. Arms race continues. Detection versus evasion. Forever competition. The operational impact. SEAL Team 3 receives commendation, successful capture, 0 casualties, valuable intelligence recovered, perfect mission execution. But larger implications concerning Pearl Harbor penetrated, repeatedly, without detection. What about other bases, San Diego, Norfolk, Kings Bay? How many Chinese drones mapping U.S. facilities worldwide? Navy orders drone sweeps at all major bases. Deploy similar SEAL SDV operations. Search for intrusions. 47 bases checked. 3 additional drones found. 2 Chinese, 1 Russian. All recovered. All analyzed. Network broader than imagined. This is new battlefield. Underwater, autonomous, persistent. China deploying hundreds of drones, mapping everything, preparing for future conflict. US playing catch-up, detecting slowly, removing gradually. Always reactive, never ahead. What's the biggest challenge in underwater security? A. Detection. B. Identification. C. Response speed. The technology transfer. Captured drone reverse engineered. U.S. Navy learns Chinese capabilities, propulsion technology, battery efficiency, sensor miniaturization, software sophistication. Some systems impressive, exceed American equivalents, battery endurance 30% better than U.S. drones, propulsion quieter, sensor integration more advanced. Wake-up call. Chinese underwater technology competitive, maybe superior in some aspects, can't assume American dominance, must innovate, must improve, must match adversary capabilities. Defense contractors receive drone analysis, develop countermeasures, build better detection, create superior U.S. drones. Technology competition accelerates, billions invested, arms race underwater. The future threat. Pentagon alert projects future scenarios. Chinese drone technology advancing rapidly. Next generation smaller, quieter, longer endurance, better AI, harder to detect, harder to capture. Future drones might deploy sensor networks, plant explosive charges, deliver biological agents, conduct sustained surveillance, coordinate swarm attacks, operate indefinitely on ocean thermal power. Underwater domain becoming contested, no longer U.S. sanctuary, Chinese challenging, Russians developing similar capabilities, Iran experimenting, North Korea testing, multiple adversaries, simultaneous threats, overwhelming challenge. Pearl Harbor represents critical node, Pacific Fleet headquarters, submarine base, strategic importance undeniable, must protect, must defend, must detect intrusions, mission critical, failure unacceptable. The quiz answer. Remember the question, how deep can autonomous underwater drones operate? Answer, C, 20,000 feet for most advanced systems. Chinese HSU-001 only rated to 200 feet. Harbor operation, shallow water, but Chinese developing deep ocean variants, 3,000 feet capable, some prototypes reaching 10,000 feet, future systems 20,000 plus feet possible. Deep ocean next frontier, submarine cables, undersea infrastructure, mid-ocean surveillance, Chinese preparing, America must respond. The critical questions. 3 issues demand immediate attention. First, how many undetected Chinese drones currently operating in U.S. waters? Conservative estimate, 50 plus. Real number, possibly much higher. Second, can existing security systems detect next-generation drones? Evidence suggests no. Technology evolving faster than defenses. Third, what happens when drone plants explosive instead of collecting intelligence? Terrorism scenario, infrastructure attack, mass casualty potential, nightmare possibility. These questions define underwater security challenges. Answers determine whether U.S. ports remain safe or become vulnerable to penetration attacks. SEAL Team 3 captured 1 drone. Excellent work. Perfect execution. Mission success. But how many others are out there? Right now? Mapping, recording, preparing, undetected. Pentagon alert, where we expose the underwater threats America's enemies deploy in darkness. Subscribe now. Enable all notifications. Share this investigation. Because next Chinese drone might not be reconnaissance, might be weapon, might kill Americans. And you'll hear about it here first. Pentagon alert out.